We are mythic creatures, and we love stories. So I tell stories, because we love stories. Stories are the best thing in the world. And if I ask you about yourself, you're going to tell me your story. And your life is one story after another. And then this happened. You're a once upon a time creature. Once upon a time I was born. On a day, and there was snow. And it was December. Once upon a time. And from the time we're born, we tell stories about ourselves. And then we're attracted to stories. We collect them. And so there are certain stories that we think, that is such a cool story. I identify with that story. I want to be just like that hero. I want to be just like that princess. I want to be just like that queen. I want to be just like that. And we're picking out our archetypes as kids because we identify. I want to be just like that judge. I have a very Solomon instinct. I like that warrior. We start collecting these stories because we think, that's me. I want to be a time traveler. I want to be just like that. I want to be a pirate, right? We start collecting these stories because they raise us. Like they raise us. They tell us unconsciously how to behave, how to dress, how to talk. We start talking like our stories. They tell us we model our power like our story heroes. Little boys want weapons because that's what their story heroes have. This kind of thing. So, the stories of our gods tell us how to relate to our gods. Our gods need a sacrifice. We have to do a sacrifice. Our gods have this idea that if I'm good, bad things won't happen to me. So that's how God behaves. God behaves fair because that's how we've set up our courts here. So God is democratic. So if things happen that don't make sense, we expect an explanation from God. These are the myths of God that explain things. One of the myths because from the time began, what human beings were trying to do was tell stories about the nature of that power and our power. Trying to figure out how this great big storm came up and it wiped out our village. Did we do anything? What did we do? Well, let's check out. Did the planets, does the celestial world have anything to do with this world? And what are the coordinates? Do we need to kill a lamb? Do we need to dance? Would that make this force happy? Let's see if we dance, it seems like the sun comes back. Trying to figure out the holy language. Trying to figure out. All of you do something like that. So in you all have little bitty rituals of superstitions, of things you will not speak about, of things you will speak about, hoping God does not see you or does see you, hoping God does not hear you. You don't, who is it that said we don't speak of things? Lizette. Because God, the Dutch have a tradition of hanging rags in the backyard when they're wealthy so that God does not think they're wealthy, because then God will take away their wealth. Is that not outrageous? Because God is so interested in your bank account. Okay. Right? Will the Swiss do that too? Oh, God. All right. They just hide their golden mountains. Okay. Where God really can't find it. Right? We are crazy when it comes to stuff. So we have ideas about stuff. There's the great myth of Prometheus. Prometheus stole the fire from God, from Zeus. And then Zeus came down. Zeus thought, oh, no, you don't. So he called together the goddesses and he said, make me a goddess. Make her deceptive. And I'm going to send her down and I'm going to give her a little box or a jug, whichever. There's two versions of it. And before he went down, he put all the sufferings of the world in there. And of course, Prometheus told his brother Epimetheus, don't you ever trust anything from the gods. Don't you ever. Don't you do anything. So down comes Pandora. And Epimetheus takes one look at her, falls in love under the spell casting, under the spell, and here comes the wedding present, the box, with the instructions, do not open. And what Zeus said to the goddesses was, make her beautiful, make her seductive, but most of all, make her curious. So there she is walking around this box with the instructions, do not open. And she opens. And all the sufferings of the world come out. The plague, the disease, war. But one of the great sufferings was the need to know why things happen as they do. Why things happen as they do. Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to my child? I got to know why. I got to know why. I got to know why. But she looked at the bottom of the box. There was the grace of hope. Because the one thing that makes the unendurable endurable is hope. Hope. The grace of hope. When it's the jewel, the crown jewel. I got to hope this is going to get better. I got to hope I can get through this. I got to hope my way to tomorrow. I got to grab onto this. It's my lifeline. Hope is so powerful that you can't imagine it. I can't imagine something this powerful. I'm not capable of it. I can't create this. I just can't. It sweeps into you, especially when you're in your deepest despair. I gotta hope something's gonna happen here to make this better, to heal my child, to get me through this, to get me out of this. Even if I have to walk moment by moment, because it's that bad. It's that tight, it's that bad, my chest hurts that much. It's moment by moment. And the way heaven works is that hope is this grace that comes in and it helps you start breathing. It begins with your breath. Hope comes in through your breath. And it comes in through your heart and your breath. It doesn't come in through your mind. Okay, it doesn't. It comes in through your breath. And it comes in through your heart. And you find yourself doing this. And a tranquilizing thing happens. And then it starts where you think, I'll get through this. It's It doesn't tell you how. There's never an instruction. Because the message of hope is, you will get through this. You will get through this. You'll get through this. It doesn't say how. Hope is this unit of light. It's like this light bubble, and it comes in, and it invades you, and its whole point is to communicate, hang on, you'll get through this. You'll get through this. And you know it's not you talking because you're not capable of it. And then you're capable of it. You're capable of saying, all right, keep going. Keep going. And it's just enough to get the shackle off of you. It's just enough. But that's all you need. Like Teresa said, if God gets in the walls of your soul, even for a second, it's enough. It's enough for the rest of your life. It's the prayer. Get into my soul just for a second when you just do it. And when you have that, and this is holy language, don't tell yourself, wasn't that lucky? You don't use language like that. You say, what a blessing and just in the nick of time. Call it what it is. What a blessing and just in the nick of time. Followed by, it's about time you got here. Pray like you're crazy. I need you now. Get here now. Oftentimes when I'm in that kind of stage, I'm like, I need you now. I need it now. Get here now, right now. I am like so in trouble. Always pray like it's going to, now. With that kind of now. Give it all you got, and it's a now. It's a now. It doesn't occur to me that it's not going to be now. Do you understand? It never occurs to me that it's not. No. I went through a period of time when I had grand mal seizures, when I was encountering Teresa. It blew my wiring. She blew my wiring out. I was sitting in my kitchen before I moved to my I had a townhouse before I moved to my house now. And the counter was all this tile with a very sharp edge and stools like that, 2 stools. And I was sitting on one. And I felt a grand mal coming on, which is a horrid feeling. It's a horrid feeling. And I looked over and I thought, I've got to get to a couch. I've got to get to a couch to protect my neck. And as I looked down, I thought, I'm going to break my neck. I look at the counter, I think I'm going to break my forehead. Because I've hit it, and I broke my nose once. I mean, I've had injury from it. And I looked, nothing serious, just minor, but I've had injury. And I've always managed to avoid anything major, but I've had minor. And I looked down, and I thought, oh my God, this is bad. I'm going to break my neck this time. And I thought, I'm not going to make it. And I heard a voice, and it said, let go, I've got you. I go back. My next conscious thought, I am on a hard tile floor, ceramic tile floor. I should have broken my neck. That chair was way in the living room. Standing up, and I'm lying on my kitchen floor. Not a bump, nothing. 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 The only thing they forgot was the blanket. There was nothing. 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 Not even a bump on my head. Nothing. Nothing. And that chair was 10 feet away. 10 feet away, standing up in my living room. And I looked at that and I was, well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Wow. Well done. Trust. I have an outrageous amount of trust in heaven. I really do. I really, I just do. If I just want to pour it out to you. But if you have that hope, you have this sense of hope that it doesn't mean your life's going to be easy. And it doesn't mean all the journey, everything. If you only knew what's going on in my family right now. And the amount of trust we have to have that things are gonna, who knows? I have no idea how it's gonna work out. And we're teetering on the edge. I mean, literally teetering on the edge right now. But that doesn't change a thing about how I feel or what I believe at all.